Hello, hello. Hello, hello. What up, Dark Emperor? What up, Darkon? What up, Nordud? Or Nordude? Your eye strain better day. It is a little better. My eyes are still a bit strained, but it definitely is improved. I don't know. I don't know what triggered it. I still think it was League of Legends. Honestly. What up, comrade? It was weird. It felt like the muscles behind my eye were more strained than anything, and kind of like my actual bone, like here. You know what I mean? Like, you know how you have your bone when you push down? It felt like that was sore. So part of me thought it was grinding my teeth or like clenching my jaw, because I feel like when you clench your jaw, it kind of goes up into here. So I think that might have been playing into it, because I had a similar thing a few years ago. So I've been wearing my mouth guard when I sleep. I think that's helping too, for like when you grind your teeth. Fun times. Yeah, lol did my eyes in. I'm getting too old for League of Legends, dude. Too old. What's your 40 time? I wish I knew. I want to actually try to like run my 40 time and see. Because I can run a mile in like 7 minutes and like 50 seconds. But I want to know what, like, how fast I can sprint. It'd be good to know. I don't even know how you, like, do your 40 time. Do you just, like, run down the track and, like, do a stopwatch? You have to, like, measure it out, too, right? I don't know.
Thanks.
Anything sub 6 is good for a 30-plus man. Alright. I think I can do that, honestly. I mean, I do leg day. I don't, like, try to get buff legs, but I, like, you know, I work my leg muscles. Dr. Genghis Khan, 16 months, can I get a sut, dude? Sut, dude? What? 16. Sweet. They have the 16 months. Oh, another thing I did, which maybe he was playing into, because apparently when one of the reasons your eyes get strained, it's a lot of it's because of like bright screens and bright lights and everything, and you stop blinking when you're looking at a computer monitor or TV or whatever it might be. And so I turned my brightness down on both my monitors, and it's I think that's making a big. Because I'm gonna turn it back up to what it was at. Let me see, brightness. Really bright, so now I've turned it down a bit. I do have the blue light thing. I do have F-Lux or Flux or whatever it's called. And that's pretty nice. That does help. The Heavy Grunt, 28 months. Maybe the 28 months, the Heavy Grunt.
Thanks.
Thank you for the 28 months. Doggone Gnome with the 38 months. Thank you for the 38 months.
Thanks.
Doggone Gnome. Thank you for the 38 months. Yeah, I turned my monitors from 50 brightness down to 15, so I've turned them down quite a bit. A sack with the 73. Any plans on streaming Madden soon? Those are always my favorite streams. Maybe at some point. Probably once they actually patch stuff for the game and it helps it not be ass. Woo, thank you for the 73 months. A sack. Ryu the Bunny with the 22. Thank you for the 22 months. Sweet. Thank you for the 22 months. My legs be messed up, but I'm lucky with no eye strain yet. You are. The worst part is that whenever something like this happens, my other problems go away. Like, my stomach's been fine. My groin's been fine. Everything's been fine. And then it's like, my eyes get strained. And once that happens, I might have a few days, and then something's gonna come back. Like, the heartburn will resurface or something like that. But, you know, at least it's improving. Angel Redire with the 56 months. Hello! Thank you for the 56 months. Sword. Thank you for the 56 months. Whew. Yeah, they're all on rotation. They're all on rotation. Yeah. It's a great time. End goal is just to, like, at least get, like, a week of nothing bad happening, you know? Although, at least with eye strain, I'm able to, like, do other things, you know what I mean? Like, I can go to the gym, I can, pretty much anything that doesn't involve looking at a screen, which probably makes me healthier in return. So, you know, when I went to the gym today, I, like, felt great. It's like I didn't even have eye strain. Then you sit down, and it's like, staring. Now, you know what I need to do? I need to change the Moobot stretch command to the, like, 20-20-20 thing, right? It's like every 20 minutes you look away for 20 seconds at something 20 feet away. We need that. We need a 20-20-20 command now. You tried turning your streaming career off and on again? Yes, probably multiple times. Speaking of which, today we are sponsored by Encased, a post-apocalyptic sci-fi RPG. I think I actually played this a few years ago, back when it was more in early access. And it was great. I had a great time, so I'm excited to play it again and see how much it's, like, improved and gone up. In case you want to know, it is an old-school isometric open-world RPG in a compelling sci-fi post-apocalyptic setting featuring turn-based combat, random events, and deep role-playing mechanics. The game is the result of an unknown phenomenon, the Dome, appearing during the Cold War, and instead of continuing down the path we are today, all the big powerhouses of that time come together to try and figure out what the Dome is, why it's here, and what they can do to harness its power. Life in the Dome seems picture perfect from the outside. However, once inside, you realize not everything is what it is meant to be. And that's a life lesson, really. Anytime you see somebody and it looks like they have a perfect life, I guarantee you it's not perfect. Something's wrong. And if somebody seems too perfect, that's the complete opposite. They're crazy. They're like a socio-psychopath or something. Never trust anybody that has a perfect life. Where am I? Alright. And if you want to check it out, exclamation point Encased in the chat, just like Snedge just did. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do the 20-20-20 command. Alright, so we got Story, Journey, Classic, Tactics. Most simple and relaxing mode for those who do not like complexity and play for the sake of the plot. Medium difficulty for those who want to focus on exploring the game world. That sounds like my type of thing. Classic hard mode for those who have been playing RPGs for a long time, love the challenges. That's not me. And Tactics, very challenging mode for those who want to test their skills in numerous turn-based battles. Definitely not me. So yeah, I'm leaning towards Journey mode. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Give me that exploration. That's my favorite part of any RPG.
We woke up in a different world, where the Cold War ended along with the Vietnam carnage. All because of the Dome.
Also, I gotta turn the audio up, but I don't want to hit, like, escape and have it skip the thing. So just read along.
Don't know what it is. An alien city? Some kind of a testing ground or storage? Whatever it is, no living thing trapped under the Dome can escape it.
Yeah, Just squint your ears.
Yet even this did not
Sounds
stop
like
the
a
research. The major
like
powers
a
created
an old
Cronus
Southern
megacorporation
say, like,
to
just
develop
squint
and
your
explore
ears.
the dome. Its secrets became a lucrative business. The Spire's station was built on top of the dome to export the artifacts and import
The
supplies
dome.
and personnel. The city of Crystal Sands grew at the foot of the
Should I
dome,
bump up here? There we
eventually
go.
becoming a major transportation hub. All this required thousands of employees, and there was no shortage of candidates. Romantics, pragmatists, and adventurers of all trades swarmed recruiting centers around the globe, seeking
Dude, it
jobs.
looks like Dwight from The Office. That's him, right?
Were one of
That's
the
Dwight.
people. In 1976,
There
your
he is.
application was approved, and you went under the dome.
And that
towards
guy's got a
the future.
powerful mustache.
Whether a good one or a bad one, only time will tell.
And we all wore skin-tight suits, dude. If you're not wearing a skin-tight suit, are you even in the post-apocalypse? Apocalypse? Alright, let's see. Martin Smith. Frank Foley. Abel Gula. Isaac Crowley. Nadezhda Kulagina. Margaret Fontaine. Boris Brutvin. Lee Zhao Long. Bonnie Harker. Olivia Diaz. Cedric Maxwell. This dude kind of looks like Germa. Legit. Eden Goodwin. This dude kind of looks like Gordon Ramsay and David Lynch, like, blended together. 27? This guy's 27. And you thought I was old. Look at him. Rufus Cooper. Rufus. Herman Stoltz. Amelie Polnareff. Alan Woodpecker. Sigrun Ide. And then Martin Smith. Plus you can edit your characters. So I'm gonna go with Alan Woodpecker just because I think the name's fun. Oh, you can just create character. Never mind. Dude's been 27 for the last 15 years. Welcome character creation stream where you'll create protagonists to plunge into adventures under the dome. To begin, choose the name for your character, select the wing in which they work their portrait, and then adjust physical appearance, then click the next button. Alright. Let's go, let's go male. Oh my god. What do we got here? What do we got here? This dude looks like he's way too cool to be in the game. Who do we go with? Who do we go with? Let's just go with this guy. It kind of fits the Alan Woodpecker look. I kind of want to just... What if I create his brother, like... Gary Woodpecker. There we go.
Thanks.
Alright, age. Alright, let's make him 44. No. 41. Oh my god, this one needs to be 41, but like wrinkly ass skin. Skin. Caucasian hair. Let's go, do this one. Hair color, it's fine. Features. Oh, he's gotta have a beard. No doubter. How many choices? Oh my god, there's so many options. Let's see. Beard color. Gotta go with the 0. Is his hair? Oh, his hair's at 5. Oh, wait, no, that's at 5. Hair color's at 0. Whoops.
Thanks.
Alright, here we go. like that. Orange wing. Deftness. Deftness. Doom, 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 doom. Let's see. Cronus is divided into wings. These 5 departments are engaged in different activities. Choose a wing, affects background of your character, starting attribute values, initial equipment, and answered options to dialogue. Okay. So you got brains. Hold on, do some claps. Where am I? Nilix, 18 months. Twitch, we just did this. I'll take claps, though. Keep doing you. Hey, thanks. 18. Sweet. Thank you for the 18 months. Complete Rebel 57, but they have the 57 months and Shasta Cooper 63. I just rewatched Old Cox and Crendor animated. I'm so pumped for more Yule log stories this Christmas. Hell yeah, dude. Are you counting English? I hope so. Oh god. Let's see, so this is like muscle, charisma, guts, brains, deftness. Okay. I feel like contraptions, learnability, tech. I feel like in a post-apocalyptic setting, going learnability and contraptions and tech seems pretty good. That or strength. But actually, brains is kind of that too, right? Brains. High-tech weapons, medicine, science, and biochemical resistance. And this is... modern humans surrounded by mechanical electronics, whether it's a toaster, teleportation, no secrets or metallic waste provide an undeniable advantage. Base, brains plus muscle. Oh, so this gives you a little combo, so you get brains and muscle. That's pretty nice. You get melee weapons. Modifies the amount of experience gain. That's pretty nice. Less likely to step in a bear trap or lose your hand. That's probably going to happen to me, so that's probably good to have. You know what? Yeah, let's do this one. This seems pretty good. We'll go with the guts. Next. Each character in the game is a set of attributes, basic physical or mental characteristics. The higher the attribute value, the greater the advantage in certain situations. And the higher the initial level of secondary characteristics and skills associated with the attribute. After selecting your wing, attribute points are distributed automatically, but you can redistribute them by deducting points from some attributes and invest them into others. Very good. Okay. So here we are. So we got muscle 5, perception 7, guts 10, no charisma, 7 brain, 10 deafness, 2 fortune, 3 sight. Psi abilities, resistance towards psionic attacks, effects, action points, crit, contraptions, piloting, as well as criminal skill. Dexterity, reaction time, move speed, initiative, evasion, light weapons, hand to hand. I'm going to take 1 point out of here. If during character creation the brain stat is set to values of 1 or 2, the protagonist will be incapable of meaningful dialogue. I just like... Hold on, often this leads to unexpected results. Some quests become unavailable while in others new options get unlocked. Relationship with characters changes well when communicating with intellectually challenged protagonists. Some of them might show their inside. I just picture somebody's like, "Hello, Captain," and you're like, "Ah!" And they're like, "What?" And you just make random noise like, "Oh, yeah." I'm gonna take 2 out of deafness. I mean, I've got 7 brains. I do think that's good. I'm gonna put a point into charisma so I'm not at the complete bottom. Guts will keep up. I like having more perception, actually, so I think I'm gonna do that. So you know what? 10 on the guy? You know, we can go 9, and I'm gonna throw 1 into the fortune for fun. Alright. Encased characters have a variety of skills that reflect their prowess in specific areas, be it handling of different types of weapons, applying medicine, or repairing equipment. We recommend you choose 2 applied and 1 combat skill, but you may select 3 skills as your tag skills. This will add additional 30 points to each tag skill. Tag a skill, click on star icon. Okay. So you got combat, you got applied. And then I take it. This is probably going to be my initial how good I am with stuff. So we got light weapons, heavy weapons. In the hand. Leg shot. These are all locked. Oh, so I can literally just pick one. That's going to be my base starting point. Okay. I got you. That's cool. Boop, boop, boop. Shasta Coop 63. Oh, wait, yo, you got it. I already got you. Dan with the man. Dan the man with a plan. 54 months. I wanted to thank you a few years ago as Chad was the first people I told lost my job. Crendor and the Chad were all super positive. Helped me get through a tough time. Crendor, you have good community here. You're good dude swag. Hell yeah, dude. Dan with 54 months. Glad you got through it. What the Thank you for the 54 months. Dan the man. I don't know what I'm gonna go. High-tech weapons also sound kind of neat. Melee weapons, light weapons. I feel like high-tech weapons would be the most fun. Base brains perception. Base muscle perception. Deafness perception. I'm gonna go high-tech weapons. Oh, so I do get to pick a thing here. Never mind. Flamethrower ability. Stun everyone in a cone. Cryo laser. Ionization. 20% damage plus 5% times brains. I gotta go. Oh, wait, do I get all these? I guess I get all these. Oh, I see. I got you. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I thought I only got one. Let's see here. So applied. Let's see, pick from all these. Doot, 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 doot. Cat. Did cat appear?
Is that missing?
Bum, bum, bum. Piloting. What do we have here? Movement speed penalty while wearing a servo shell is reduced. This ability to run over living creatures on the road without inflicting fatal damage to yourself or the vehicle. Ability to drive cars, scooters, motorcycles, as well as sweepers, other small vehicles. Ability to survive a head-on collision with an enemy vehicle. Medicine. Fatigue 100, restores health. Set of measures to neutralize, remove poisons. Fatigue 50 plus radionuclides. Boost stun knockout effects, pharmacology, cure radiation sickness, gunsmithing, repair, throw a wrench. I mean, I feel like piloting's would be pretty good, honestly. Hacking, analytical mind. Just being able to like drive cars and stuff. Move speed go up. Allows you to open doors, devices, containers, hide mechanical locks. Pickpocketing provides access to contents of other people's pockets. Influence. This is probably the one I have the least stuff in. 4 out of 150, so I don't think I'm gonna go that. Survival's probably pretty good. Strip inventory items for parts. Dismantling. Cookery. The art of cooking using various ingredients. See more accurately assess situation combat. Honestly, I think I go survival. Right. And I gotta go piloting. So now I can drive cars. I can like fix. Well, I can like strip car parts. I can cook. I can recon. I think that's pretty good. In creating character, you can choose one personality trait for them. It has both pros and cons and is entirely optional. In case you create a character with low intelligence, one or more additional trait named as a bag of hammers will be added automatically. I like how it's just a complete... You can just play the game as like a super dumb person. Let's see. Gun Fanatic, Saliri, Penitent One, Spirituality, Survivor. Get Resilience, Vampire. Fatigue minus 400 when killing an enemy, stun for next round. Redneck, you grew up on a farm, you get +4 guts and a perks. Neanderthal, close quarters damage 13, you cannot wear pants and jackets. Dark Lord, minus 20 learn ability, damage plus 20% for each companion in the party. Thrill Seeker, 50% experience with health less than or equal to 35. And then lose experience if you're over 35. Bossy. Intuition. Slowpoke. Stamina to take by itself. You always may catch up quickly. Prodigy. 4 brains. Oh my god. +2 perk points at start of the game. Skill points -3 when leveling up. Start action points +1. Boop, boop, boop. I don't know if I want one of these. I feel like I should just go with the base stuff because I feel like this is probably what you take if you've already played the game for a bit or you want like a different type of challenge. So I'm gonna ignore it. Doop, 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 boop. Great, your character's almost complete. Now double check the data and confirm your choices. I think we're good. Neat. Blop, blop. Hey Nico with the 2 months. Hello, thank you for the 2 months. Hey Nico, 1, 2. Sweet. Thank you, thank you. Hold on, let me bump that volume up a bit. Alright. Transportation pod. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Oh my god, so many events. Hold on, where should I move this to? Maybe up here is a little better. Maybe just right here. We'll see. Talk.
A man with a mustache and a blue jumpsuit is standing at the window, studying the construction site below through the occasional break in the clouds. His badge reads Igor Patan, planner.
Oh wait, hold on, let me turn this up a bit more again. Okay. Radio. I'll do 50. Bump the voiceover a little bit. Z, a little bit of A, a little bit of column B, a little bit of ooh, a little bit of. Yeah, ooh. Let's try that.
The blue taps on the glass with one finger and gestures you to come and take a look. Seems like he doesn't speak English.
Oh, I see. So if I had 20 influence, I'd be able to answer, but I have not 20 influence, so I can say nothing. Alright. Let's talk to, Elsa.
A tall woman is watching an ad playing on the monitor, arms crossed. The polished to a shine badge on her black overalls reads, Elsa Olafsson, Security Service. She glances at you and offers her hand in a businesslike manner.
Greetings. Please take all necessary precautions. By that I mean, don't turn your back on him.
Elsa nods at the orange.
Oh, so if you're Silverwing, you can answer this, but you can't. That's actually pretty neat. So there's like so many different ways you can play the game just by choosing different options and different paths you can go down. Yeah, I think back when I played this 2 years ago, or maybe like a year and a half ago, it was around then, it didn't have any voiceovers. So now it's got like, it's got a lot of voiceovers. This is already great. I don't have to be like, greetings, please stay. Although I think it's fun for a bit, and then after a while my throat's just roasted. What's so dangerous about this orange?
I just follow orders. Even if his crime was embezzlement, I have to keep him cuffed. Those are the rules.
Olison shrugs in a sharp, mechanical way, as if racking the slide of an assault rifle.
It's also nice because a lot of times when I play these games and there's no voice thing, I have to like read, and then whenever I have this thing, whenever I read something, I'm like, wait, what did I read? And then I have to read it again, unless I like get in read mode. Once I get into the read mode, which takes a bit, then I'm good. But like when I initially start reading, I'm like, wait, what? What did I read? Okay, yeah, okay, now I got it. Wait, I think, yeah, okay, I got it.
Our friends from the administration didn't deign to inform me about this man's record. Could be I'm escorting a serial killer. It's corporate policy, you know.
She gives the silver a vengeful look.
Oh, I don't have any silver wing stuff. Alright. Monty James.
A guy wearing thick spectacles thrusts out a sweaty hand.
Monty James, Silverwing.
Oh, this is definitely a Dwight.
He glances down at your badge.
Ah, it's you. I found your file extremely interesting, and your CV, wonderful. Inspiring, really. When I had the opportunity to look over the files of my future colleagues, I couldn't resist. I don't want to sound boastful, but silver level clearance has its advantages.
Monty winks.
Oh, he's definitely assistant to the regional manager. What do you see in my file, Dwight?
Monty makes a ring with his thumb and forefinger.
You were number 63,784 on the waiting list, but you were lucky enough to get into the dome after only 16 months. Besides that, zero, nada, absolutely nothing. You're a dark horse for both the Foundation and myself. How exactly did you end up in this wing?
Oh, nice. I finally get options here. All right. Tell them you're a good mechanic and the dome is where people with your skills are most needed. Answer you're good at computers. Most advanced hardware in the world is to be found under the dome. Admit you're fond of technology, comics, and sci-fi, and that you've dreamed of finding yourself such a place. Let's do that one.
James smiles condescendingly.
Yeah, my little schoolboy nephew's the same. He loves all those bizarre space travelers, like Captain... what's his name? Hyena? Or Hound?
Yeah, it's Captain
no matter.
Hyena.
You two would get along well.
Honestly, I'd read Captain Hyena.
An uncomfortable silence rises between you, and Monty abruptly changes the subject. He taps the narrow illuminator panel with one finger.
Look, there's a storm rising. The lightning is strange. Green. Should lightning be green? This is my first sandstorm.
Warp lightning. Alright, how about you?
The thin, pale young woman is sitting at the window, leaning against the illuminator. The glass is slightly fogged with her breath. She turns to you. Her shiny badge reads Tomoko Kimura, physiologist.
We've crossed the border. No way back now. Even traveling by the funicular wasn't so thrilling.
The white presses small hands to her blushing cheeks.
You were thinking, why have no children been born under the dome? I've got a working hypothesis, but I'm not ready to share it yet.
She says softly, as if answering a question you didn't ask.
Ooh, I can do Perception 5. Ask her if she sees the dark stain on the outer surface of the dome.
Kimura peers through the glass in the direction you indicate.
Oh, that's the aircraft that crashed into the dome during the first expedition. I believe that's a wing fragment, and there's some white canvas. What do you think that is? Maybe a parachute?
People crashed into the dome?
The white shakes her head, bewildered.
I just can't believe it. It's all true. We're on our way to meet the future.
Kimura shoots you a surprised look.
You're familiar with the details of the briefing, right?
Yeah.
To put it simply, the dome is a selectively permeable environment.
The white draws an invisible hemisphere in the air.
Inorganic objects may exit the dome without difficulty, but any living creature dies if transported back to the outside world. That's why we're all stuck here for an indefinite period of time.
Just like, I'll be the judge of that. Just walk outside and die. It's like, well, I guess the rumors were true.
Kimura is eyeing the dome's mesh, glittering in the sunlight.
Supposedly, it's something to do with the atmospheric composition, but it's a weak theory. The difference of the air within the dome is so insignificant as to fall within the margin of error. Or to put it more simply, there is no difference.
They're keeping us here, man. They're keeping us
She
here.
shoots a quick glance at the silver and lowers her voice.
I heard a rumor, or a conspiracy theory, that we can leave the dome at any time. We've simply been told we can't.
Oh.
If you ever decide to test this hypothesis, don't forget to leave me something in your will.
Alright, I will. Let's see. Who's the final one? I don't think they're, Quentin.
The orange is dressed in a new jumpsuit. The shiny badge on his chest reads, Quentin Bisley, Laborer. He's side-eyeing the screen skeptically. Despite his tired, grim expression, his gaze is open and friendly. However, the general impression is unmistakable. There's something frightening about Bisley.
He does look pretty crazy. Or just angry. Did playing something like this give you any inspiration for your book, even though it's a different genre? Yeah, I mean, anything with, like, different characters and world building and stuff gives me inspiration. Because, I mean, that's the main thing you're doing. You're building a world, you're creating characters, and you're having them, you know, engage in a story or an adventure and grow as characters. I mean, I definitely think so. I am working on a book. I am indeed. How'd you end up in prison?
The orange's face stretches into a broad smile, bearing his dentures to the world.
Like everyone, duh. In a black car, under guard. There's other guys, too. The ones who go through the front door.
He nods at the black-winged woman beside him. Her nose wrinkles in displeasure, but she says nothing.
How about the bracelets on your wrists?
Quentin raises his hands to examine the devices.
They call them humane handcuffs. How about that? Truth is, there ain't nothing humane about them. They zap you real hard the moment you get your hands on a gun. But they sure look nice.
Bisley lowers his hands again and smirks.
Yay, it kind of looks like Pee Wee Herman, honestly. A little bit. Alright, I talked to everybody.
Stopping by the door's porthole, you watch as the ground slowly approaches.
What the?
It looks brown-black through the tinted glass and smoky blue at the horizon. It almost seems like the clouds are pulling apart there. Your eye is drawn to the cluttered eastern section of the dome, where you see a block of warehouses and something resembling an observation deck. The real dome doesn't resemble its image from the ads at all. There are no snow-white cities or vast highways to be seen here. Looking more closely, you can make out a single lonely road leading north. A few sheds, a radar installation, and the glittering antenna of a radio tower emerge from the mists. Yes, engineers will have plenty of work here.
Okay, okay.
Just as you're about to move away from the window, you notice a whirlwind beginning to form above the ochre plain.
Oh, that's the one. That's the whirlwind.
The gathering storm drifts unhurriedly above the desert, a crown of green lightning flashing at its core. Clearly no ordinary weather phenomenon. It must be one of those anomalies. You freeze by the window, unable to avert your gaze.
Let's see. Stand up on your tiptoes. Try to make out the buildings down below. Stay that way until landing. Stay where you are, trying to see if you can spot the mysterious forefather structures until landing. Stay at the window and watch the whirlwind until landing. Join the other group members. Let's see. If I was in this situation, I'd probably be like, what the shit is that whirlwind? Keep watching it.
The outlines of the landing site, blurred by clouds of dust, appear behind the greenish glass of the porthole. The capsule shudders as the braking devices engage.
Whoa! Concord Station, landing zone. They should have got me to do the sound effects, dude. And in case, you can rotate the camera using the E and Q keys. So I'll zoom in by left and right square bracket, left square bracket, right square bracket, left square bracket, right square bracket. The camera is not tied to a character. You move it using the keys WASD. Click tab to return to standard. Oh yeah. What are they doing on the count of 3? Wait, hold on. Lucas, what the hell are you doing? Alright.
Come here.
What?
Come on now, or you'll miss everything.
A cheerful man in a white lab coat grabs you by the sleeve.
Get off me.
A badge reading Ludovico Nuzzi, scientific analyst, export department, dangles loosely on his clean uniform, which still smells pungently of washing powder.
Look over there.
He points upward with a sharp, wide gesture and hands you his field binoculars.
Take the binoculars, look where he's pointing. Refuse binocular. Ask him what scientific analyst export department means. Alright, I'll look.
You raise the binoculars to your eyes. Under fourfold magnification, the whirling cloud above the rust-colored plains looks even stranger. Its core glows with flickering green light and flashes rhythmically, and that rhythm seems to form a complicated pattern.
Mamma mia. Merlin hurt. What the 52 months thinking Merlin hurt? Day of the 52 months, Merlin hurt.
Nuzzi bends close to your ear.
Fascinating. Do you want me to bring some filters? If we intercept the red and blue spectrums, we'll see something amazing. It's like a signal, some kind of message.
Reconnaissance 30. Stop watching the storm and look at the horizon. Ask him what is precisely you're looking at. Ask him scientific. Wait, can I do this one? Do I have Reconnaissance 30?
Without tearing your gaze away from the binoculars, you turn around slowly, studying the dome's horizon. It's somewhat unexpected that the dome looks horribly empty. Your eyes find some construction pits dug directly in the sand, and concrete blocks laid beside them. There are almost no roads, or not sealed ones. Only one highway with yellow surface marking stretches among the sand drifts.
This place is weird, man. This place is weird.
The scientist looks blankly at you, then down at his lab coat.
Ah, this?
This?
He lets out a blaring laugh. Ludovico points
This?
at the building behind him.
I work in Concord Station, categorizing relics. My job is to classify them by rarity. Then the blues package them, silvers issue the documentation, and oranges move them to the cargo capsule. Just like the one you arrived in.
I didn't realize you could like hover over the white text and it... Oh, I'm covering the white text too. I don't know where to go with it. I'm just gonna go back down here. Let's see. Relics are object of forefathers' material culture. Usually comes from a dark, mysterious dungeon.
Nuzzi points upward.
Then the capsule takes the relics way up there, all the way to the spire, then to crystal sands by the funicular. They get auctioned off and turned into money. It's not like I endorse this, but we all like ourselves a good paycheck, right?
We do indeed. The Spire, transit station built around the aperture at the top of the dome. Relics are moved up to with the capsule's new employees, food, and equipment sent from it. Crystal Sands. A city at the foot of the dome. It is here. Fresh provisions, weapons, equipment, and new Cronus employees are delivered to the Spire station. The funicular. City of Crystal Sands, standing at the foot of the dome and the Spire station, are connected by the line of passenger and freight funicular. Specifically equipped cabins ply along the line laid directly on the surface of the dome, transporting Cronus Foundation employees and cargo.
He offers you his binoculars once again.
Do you want to have a look at the spire? It's amazing. But then you can look at the spire anytime. Now that sandstorm, that's what's truly amazing.
Tell him you need to go.
Nuzzi looks from you to the capsule and to the landing terminal entrance. He flings his arms up.
Oh, mi scusi. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. You'd better get going or you'll be late
Miss
for check-in.
Scusi.
Your colleagues are already inside.
Miss Scusi.
And the storm is growing stronger. Yeah, the storm is growing stronger.
The White mutters in fascination, eyes glued to his binoculars, which is fixed on the spinning whirl of clouds.
Alright. So I have a punch. Well, let me... Let's go right here. You can kind of see all the other stuff. Oh wait, then you can't see this. What if I... I guess up here is just my picture. I'm going to go up to the top left. There we go. Oh wait, down here is just the log. I'll just go over the log. Nice, there we go. Now we're good. Transition glass door. Concord Station Terminal. Throughout the game, you'll perform various tasks, some tasks, some of which lead you through the story, as well as others reveal different aspects of life under the dome. You can always find out task status and read the details in the data section. Use door. Ahoy. Bum, bum.
Just great, Mr. Monty James. With luck like yours, I wouldn't spend any money on the lottery.
Alright. I didn't plan on any lottery money spending here.
Come up to the desk, please. I'll register you.
Alright.
A tall receptionist watches you from behind his desk with a bored, haughty look. He waves impatiently at you to approach. The employee glances at you indifferently. His upper lip is ever so slightly curled in contempt.
All new employees must register first thing. Come up to the desk, please.
The nameplate on the desk tells you you're talking with Dean Rayhet, administrator. The administrator slaps himself on the forehead.
Ah, I almost forgot the regulation pre-registration greeting. Just a second.
Alright.
Rayhet produces a reel-to-reel tape recorder from beneath the desk, rewinds the tape to the beginning, and presses play. The speakers explode with a harsh, crackling sound, over which the tick-tick of a metronome slowly grows louder. Solemn music begins to play, and the administrator's face takes on a serious expression.
Dear employee, on behalf of the Cronus Foundation, I, Administrator Dean Rayhet, welcome you to your new life under the dome.
The administrator clears his throat and continues.
By joining our company, you choose the path of science and progress. You are among mankind's best, and we ask that you live up to this.
Dean squints down at the monitor.
Deserve this title. Do your job honestly. Obey the law. Respect your colleagues and...
The music fades, and the administrator finishes his speech.
And together we will build the best possible future for all mankind.
Dean puts the tape recorder away.
Now that we're done with the official greeting, I'll register you and upgrade your Selectron. Okay?
So you're ready to begin the registration. Look around. Ask me what you should do after registration. I'm gonna look around.
The committee ads didn't lie. The interior of Concord Station looks just like the glossy brochure. The high ceiling is finished with matte light panels. The floor is slightly scratched, but nevertheless washed to a mirror finish. Lights gleam soothingly. It's clean, cozy, and bright.
I wouldn't say cozy, but it's clean and bright.
Dean stabs impatiently at the terminal keyboard.
Name and age, please.
Dean's hands hover over the keyboard. He gives you a nod.
Dictate your information. Pass them a note upon which you've written out your information in advance. Enter your data into the terminal on your own. I feel like entering it on my own would be a good idea.
You squeeze into the narrow window, lean over the reception desk, and key your data into the database. After entering Proceed, you return to your seat. Dean mutters discontentedly to himself as he moves back to his terminal.
How you doing today? I'm doing good. I'm still trying to get over my eye strain I've had, but it's doing better.
Rayhet scans the computer
Ooh,
screen.
I got experience.
So your position in the waiting list was 63,784. You've been assigned to Magellan Station. A special bus will bring you there after a series of briefings. please pass me your Selectron so I can update the firmware.
Dean snaps the docking port of your pass to a recess in the casing of his computer. The administrator returns your Selectron.
Now you have first-level clearance for a Blue Wing employee. You have access to storage, the repair bays, and various workshops. Your Selectron also has a built-in universal key that opens the hatches accessing the air shafts.
All right.
Dean continues.
All new employees have a short list of tasks to perform on arrival. Do you want to hear all the details or just the short version?
I'll take the short version, Dean.
Rayhet snorts.
To make it short, get your uniform from storage, your weapons from the armory, pass the Psi abilities test, and complete your weapons training at the training zone. Then learn how to use the scanner, avoid anomalies, and properly catalog anything you observe.
All right, got it.
Last, go to the waiting room and wait for the bus to Magellan.
Okay.
Dean sits back in his armchair.
That's it. I hope there aren't any questions.
There are no more questions.
Rayhet claps his hands in satisfaction.
Great.
He reaches for the tape recorder, but thinks better of it.
Protocol calls for a little welcoming preamble, but dash it all, that's nonsense. Welcome to Concord Station.
Hey, thanks.
As he's about to turn away, Dean suddenly remembers something.
Oh yes, I sent your mail to your Kairos. Check your new messages. Well, that's all, I think.
All right. Messages sent to various game characters stored in the messages section of your Kairos. Messages from employees' computers also end up there. All new messages in the inbox tab, and after reading are moved to the archive tab. All right. AK Nordic with the 3 months. Thank you, AK Nordic, for the 3 months. 1, 2, 3. Sweet. Thank you for the 3 months.
Anything urgent, Mr. Krachkov?
Katarzyna, did you mark it as Class 1 again, instead of 2? Look, here's the scanner data. It says the relic is a scientific device.
Wait, but it's still Class 1.
What's going on down here?
To violate protocol.
Katarzyna, my dear, you may violate protocol as long as it benefits the company. Take your lead from your colleagues. Correct your report if you have to. And don't...
Behind the storage counter, you see a small, neat guy. His gingery hair
I do not
shines
trust
with
this
something
guy at
like
all.
brilliantine. His badge says Sidney Maynard, storekeeper. The silver perks up at your approach. A thick logbook appears at once from under the counter. Sidney puts on thick glasses that seem to age him 5 decades in an instant and studies the lined pages. The silver finally stops and pins down
No,
a
I
particular
definitely don't
page
trust
with his finger.
This is your first uniform requisition, right? You can also purchase any equipment you need for the desert directly from me.
Give me my equipment.
Maynard adjusts his glasses in a businesslike manner.
And before I give you the uniform, please listen to these short instructions.
Oh, God. Ask him to skip the instructions. You don't care.
The silver disappears into the back for a while and returns with a small package. Unfolding the package, Maynard shows you a brand spanking new uniform. Sidney half unfolds the clothes. A jacket, high boots, and turnip pants with patch pockets.
The technician's uniform screams function over fashion. Parts of the uniform are rubberized to protect you while working with electricity.
All right.
He raises a finger.
One more important thing. In accordance with Order 16-225,
Orders.
helmets and gloves are not issued, but they're available for purchase from me. Please bear in mind that a full set includes headgear or a mask, jacket, trousers, gloves, and boots.
All right.
Sidney hands you the package.
Here's your uniform. Enjoy.
Thank you. I don't want to see what he has for sale. I'm not going to buy anything yet. All right, let's see. Well, I've got stuff down here. Scan. Dismantling. I just scanned, but I don't know if I did anything. I don't think so. Let's see. Do I have here? Okay, there we go. Boots, pants, shirt. Third third letter. All right.
Good day.
Anna Leroy, administrator. Oh, she doesn't have any voices. The girl waves her lamp in the air, trying to attract some attention. Valued employees, according to the administrative order of September 14, 1976, the waiting area may be accessed through the regular staff corridor. Please be advised that this rule does not apply to newly arrived employees. I should cut down on the smokes. Good day, new employee. She begins to cough. Nods like she's depressed. Seems to have just noticed you. Can I go to the waiting room? Gives you a gentle poke on the chest with a warning lamp, forcing you to take a step back. Am I speaking gibberish or what? The rules not apply to newbies. You need to go through training. I don't need training. I already know stuff. Red from coughing, the silver waves her hand helplessly. Oh, God, come on in. Don't forget to sign a waiver. Just go.
Bye-bye.
Nice. That was easy. Use. I can't use it. Let's see. Search toolbox. What do we got here? A simple lockpick. Ooh. Nice. What we got down here? Zzz. We got a container with a harpoon and polymetallic ore. All right. Give me the harpoon. Can I move it? Oh, I guess there's a take all button. Oh, now I can move it when it's actually in my inventory. What we got up here? More toolboxes, eh? Pipe wrench! Yoink. Nah, I didn't skip the tutorial. I know what I'm doing. Door to the landing track. There's some doors up here. Nugs with the 58 months. They were the 58 months. Nugs. Sweet. They were the 58 months. It's down here. Oh, the Buccaneers win. Can't use now. Oh, here we go. Uh-oh. Darren Niles. Let's see. All right. What we got in here?
Employee, please come here. There's an urgent task for you.
Oh, all right.
Good day.
Good day. Adolf Schmitz, head of security. Your uniform could use a wash. Got an urgent order for you. Help is needed at a nearby object. Mr. Kingsley's waiting right now to give you your assignment. He'll tell you everything himself. Ask why he needs you, but not the other blue that arrived with you. It's all here, right? Your colleague's name is Igor Potanin. Says here he doesn't speak English. Furthermore, specializations architecture. Doubt there's problem in Nashville. Has anything to do with architecture. Alright. Video phone. Video phone.
The giant display glows welcomingly when you approach. A red light comes on under the screen's steel hood. The camera is switched on. A gray old man with high cheekbones appears and squints out
Colonel
at you from the
Sanders.
screen.
Do you copy?
Yes.
He leans close to the camera, his glasses glittering.
My name is Martin Kingsley. I'm Chief Officer of Magellan Base. We were supposed to meet in person, but unforeseen circumstances prevented that. One moment. I'll grab your file.
Okay.
He reaches for something out of view and produces a thin folder with your name on the cover. Apparently, your file. Kingsley opens the folder to thumb through the pages. He marks one of the pages with a pencil.
Well, well. So you're in Blue Wing. A solid choice. Does it run in the family? Or did the role attract you for some other reason?
Tell Kingsley guessed right, carrying a family tradition, say you like tinkering machinery, answer you entered the dome to help advance the arms industry. You guessed right, no, it's arms industry.
Martin scratches the bridge of his nose.
I think we'll find a place for your skills. Weapons experts are hard to come by.
Kingsley closes the file and folds his hands in front of him.
Thank you for your reply. I learned a little more about you. Now I want you to learn a little bit more about us. Keep in mind, this is not a rehearsed speech.
All right.
He assumes a serious expression.
When the dome was discovered in 1971, it became a scientific and media sensation, a worldwide phenomenon, and likely the most significant discovery in the history of mankind.
Kingsley drums his fingers on the unseen desk, his gaze focused somewhere beyond.
I see. You were enticed here by radio advertising, telefilms, and all those interviews, billboards at every turn. Cronus wants the world to see the dome as a stage where something merry and fascinating is going on. But now that you're actually here,
we got
I want you
scammed.
to see the real picture.
This isn't a real thing at all.
You
It's
can't
a fake.
make out his eyes behind
A
the glare
phony.
on his spectacles, but he seems to be staring directly at you.
Here's the truth. Nobody was waiting for us inside the dome. It's neither a treasury of technologies nor a cemetery of the ancients. Perhaps what we're doing now is defusing the world's most complicated bomb. Will our mission thrive? I believe so. If we work together and everybody does their part.
Okay.
He looks back at your file.
I say, do what must be done. Because that's what the concept of the 5 wings is all about.
Okay.
Kingsley points at the camera.
You're from Blue Wing. You're looking at the world's most complicated infrastructure, and that complexity keeps growing. Your duties are not limited to maintenance and service. You'll be keeping up the image of the world in its accustomed form. Without hot water and electricity, people will revert to beasts in an astonishingly short order, though it might seem that.
That's true. I mean, we saw everybody freak out about toilet paper last year.
Putting the folder aside, he sits back and stares at you in silence. It gets so quiet that the ticking of a clock can be heard through the speakers. Kingsley sighs quietly.
You were probably waiting for some boilerplate welcome speech, but I prefer to talk about real-world problems. Glad to meet you.
So am I.
Martin nods slowly.
I apologize once again for this long-distance meeting. Now, as we don't have much time, I'd like to get to the point. I'm sure you're curious why you were taking off the bus to Magellan and brought here instead.
Yes.
He moves closer to the camera.
I'm going to show you a short video. Please pay attention.
All right, I can pay attention. All right, I got this.
Kingsley's face freezes on screen.
I have an urgent mission for an employee of your background and qualifications. I'd have assigned someone from Magellan, but I'm short on personnel. That's why it has to be a newcomer. I apologize again for the rush, but it seems I have no choice.
Okay.
Martin noisily clears his throat.
Maybe you've heard about Nashville Base. While preparing the materials for this mission, I came across a short documentary film about the complex. I think you should watch it.
Okay.
The speakers produce a hollow click. Purple, gray, and black spots flicker on the screen. A blurred title, The Cronus Archive 1971 to 1974, was used in the production of this recording, appears at the bottom.
Watch on. Wait until Nashville's mentioned. I don't know. Do I watch on or wait until Nashville's mentioned? Watch on?
The shadow of an airplane flies across a faded yellow desert. A cheery voice fills the room. Every day, our researchers uncover more and more of the dome's secrets. There is no doubt the underground structures, so-called objects, are organized according to some pattern. Though early on, the importance of the relics to scientific research was considered insignificant. The desert dims into the black of a chalkboard. White lines drawn by an invisible hand begin to sketch a schematic of the dome.
All right.
The narrator continues. By 1972, however, many important discoveries had come to light in a period of only a few months, and the construction of
I wonder if any
stationary
of this is
research
real,
bases
or if it's
adjacent
just
to the
like they're
more
just making up
promising
history and
objects
telling it to
began.
you.
Personnel moved
I feel like
into
it's probably just
Ankara
made up
in
history.
May of 1972.
There's no way.
And within half a year, Boston and Dessau were also brought into service, though the biggest discovery was yet to come. The picture changes to a chasm suffused with electric light, people bustling about everywhere. The speaker's voice seems to come from a distance. In November of 1973,
just
a
made up
massive
history.
network of underground
It's all
caves
made up
and a
history,
structure
man.
of hitherto unseen complexity was discovered in Sector C-12. Soon afterwards, the construction of C-12 Nashville began.
Oh.
The camera glides through dim caverns as the silhouettes of bizarre mechanisms emerge. Metal structures loom up from the dark, surrounded by earth-moving machines and exhausted miners wearing orange jumpsuits. The speaker continues. C-12 Nashville is an innovative research
What up,
complex
Bloodbender?
located atop the primary relic mining location. The complexity of this object is unique. Communications. The film abruptly cuts out, and Kingsley's face reappears.
The rest of this information is classified.
Oh.
Hopefully you get the main idea. Nashville is a very special place, requiring people with both
I ate
special
so many wings and
qualifications
cheese
and
fries,
special
Jesus.
clearance level, though yours will do for your task.
Why is Nashville special?
The chief officer bends threateningly close to the camera.
I thought I made myself clear. That information is classified.
All right. What's my task?
Martin adjusts his glasses.
So, the task. Nashville base stopped transmitting and receiving signals yesterday evening. A reconnaissance group was sent out earlier today, but we haven't heard anything from them yet either.
All right.
The chief officer rubs his forehead.
Normally, I would never give this task to a newcomer like yourself, but I just don't have enough people.
All right.
He looks down at the documents again.
Furthermore, the group was lacking someone with your specialization. The communication
All right.
problem
I'm the
appears to
special
be
one.
more
I'm ready
severe than
to
I
fix
thought.
this issue.
Nashville's technicians could
Glad I
use
decided
another
against
crew
drinking.
with
Yeah, I
yourself.
feel like if you drank, you'd probably be dead. The trifecta of alcohol, cheese fries, and wings.
Kingsley is looking into the camera once more.
Your task is to get to Nashville, figure out whatever's behind the communication problem, get in touch with the group, and work with them to solve the problem.
All right.
The chief officer carefully returns the documents to the folder. You notice his hands tremble slightly.
Go downstairs. The truck must be waiting for you in storage. This task is urgent, but a small delay is acceptable if there's anything you need to settle here first. That is all.
Thanks.
Any questions?
All right.
Kingsley's hand reaches toward the camera.
Great to hear. Take care of yourself. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Prepare yourself to leave the base's defense perimeter and venture into the outside world of the dome, where you must rely solely on yourself and your companions. Check your gear one last time, go to the orange truck, waiting for you in the garage, on which you'll continue your journey in Nashville. Later in the game, you'll be able to acquire your own vehicles, which will act as mobile base operations, give you unprecedented freedom of movement. Neat. Chopper Dan with the 16 months. Save the 16 months. 60. Sweet. Maybe the 16 months TV set. World a better place. Propaganda videos are playing on every channel. Whoa, my favorite.
Ed, spit it out. I can see that something's bothering you.
Oh, is this the
Welcome
combat
to the Dome,
area?
An amazing excursion to a world of new technology.
Come on.
In accordance with Cronus Charter, company employees are required to undergo all necessary briefings before going outside the walls of the Concord Station. For your Selectron to work the turnstiles to let you through, you need the equipment, weapons, or managed side abilities. Go through combat training zones. Oh.
Listen to this information, useful for all wings, and receive a colorful leaf.
Okay.
She's unique among relics.
So I got the armor. Ooh, I leveled up. Neat. Let's see. Do I gotta go like down? Downtown?
Move away from the door. Now. Stop fiddling with the lock.
Hey. Shut up. Let me go this way. Oh wait, can I go through here? No. Let's see. Can I go? Wait, can I just go out this way? I'm gonna go this way. Let's see. Concord Lane. Oh, this is where I came from. Alright. I'm pretty sure that's where I came from. Right? So then I walk in. Wait, no. That's not where I came from. Hold on. Oh, this is landing track 3. Okay, so there's different landing tracks. I'm gonna talk to that guy out there then. Doop, 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 doop.
Hello.
Thanks.
Karras in his outstretched hand, softly mumbling something to the embedded microphone. An uneven tension applied to the coating of the landing pad will lead to subsidence in the future, increasing stress on the elevator's structure, which is rarely near its limits. The engineer notices you. End of recording. He offers his hand cordially, but without a smile. Danilo Redimov saw you landing this morning. You settling in all right? How do you like the dome? As for his opinion on the dome, looks upward at a shaky white glare hanging among the clouds. What do you think? My opinion is that this discovery is more important than going into space. Give humanity 10 years and you simply won't be able to recognize the planet. That is, of course, if somebody doesn't hoard a few million for the platform renovation. The Blue looks down at the unfinished balcony and shakes his head in discontent. What's he doing here? Sweeps his hand across the horizon. Oh, there, see? No, you can't see it. Let me explain. The administration wants to add a third terminal. I'm trying to convince them this is a bad idea. He puts the Karras in his pocket. I'll finish up my calculations in a couple days and bring the papers to their desk. Give them something to think about. Now this, mind you, is a competent question, just for my specialty. For starters, evaluate the scale of operations. Here, look, from that hill to the roadway over there. The engineer circles the space with a gesture and looks at you satisfied. After savoring the effect, it continues. Everything will be rebuilt. There will be warehouses, laboratories. First level of Concord will be finally unoccupied. It's going to be the largest storage terminal under the dome.
Come back again.
Is there any other way around? Nope. Alright. Wow, we got some subs. Mr. Bacon Chone 74. I thought I already resubbed. Oh well. I don't know if you did or not either. Twitch always does this thing where it has people resub, but then like lets you resub again, or maybe the months were just really short. I don't know. Either way.
Thanks.
That's 71, 2, 3, 4. Sweet. They have 74 months. Go back this way. Oh wait, I can like go in here? Oh, way blocked. Never mind. Can I go in here? The lobby? Oh, I can. Hello.
The smell of good tobacco wafts off this tall, portly woman from a meter away. A black lacquered pipe, an open logbook full of signatures, and a metal flip calendar sit on the counter in front of her. A small nameplate reads, Margarita Tkachenko.
Tkachenko. The Mr. Sir 4 months. Let's go, boys. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sweet. They were the 4 months. Orexis just subscribed. Thank you, Orexis. Sweet. For subscribing. Cody Frank 47, almost to 4 years.
Handle relics carefully. In case of damage,
we go into 50 gang. Fat and hung over with the 5 months. They were the 5 months. What the people? Swing. That's gonna be Bloodvinder's new name in a bit if he keeps going at this rate. Struced with the 13 months. 13 Mamma Mia pasta pizza. Pizza. What the? I don't know. 12, 13. Swing. They have the 13 months.
The woman fixes her coppery hair with one hand and casually lights her pipe.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
Her voice is deep and gravelly.
Ask her for your personal weapon.
Margarita thumbs back a couple of pages in her logbook.
I see. This was your first receipt.
She glances at her Kairos, looks at you, snorts, and retreats to the shelves.
The food was so good, though. That's the problem.
Tukachenko returns a couple of minutes later, carrying something that looks more like a toy than a weapon.
Oh.
The weapon seems weightless as she spins it around her finger.
I ain't telling you shit about this thing, because that's exactly how much I know. Laser, schmazer, cadmium battery, fiberglass body, blah, 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 blah. You probably know more about it than I do. Here.
Accept the firearm carefully with the barrel aimed downward like you were trained. Take the weapon in one hand, point it at Tukachenko, and declare, "This is my turf now." Grab the weapon, sling it over your shoulder. Say you're no good with energy weapons, need something else. I want to click this one just to see what she does. She's probably going to be like, whatever.
Margarita continues to suck on her pipe indifferently.
Wish they'd put you into the real army for 3 years or so. Those guys would knock the bullshit out of you.
That's what I thought. Ask about weapons drawbacks, ask about servicing the weapon.
The black regards the Andromeda suspiciously.
Fuck it. If it breaks, bring it back and I'll trade it in for another one. There was a little cloth in the box it came in for cleaning the lens. That's all I know.
Tukachenko bites down on the stem of her pipe.
Are you kidding me? I'm a different breed. One that doesn't understand toy guns. What if it turns out to be radioactive? Sorry, but I can't help you out on this one.
Alright.
The armorer shrugs, puffing indifferently on her pipe.
It's the least I could do. We have a requisition list from the Silvers. For free, you receive only rubbish. If you want the real deal, check out the weaponry shop. Or me.
Leaning over the counter, the black points somewhere off to one side.
Now it's time for your training. Fatherby is already waiting for you by the big gate. He's a bit dotty, but a good man nonetheless.
Alright.
But before the training zone, go see that wizard guy with his toothpicks. Be careful around him, though. Don't let him pitch you a line. Psychic my ass.
She winces in disgust.
Alright. Several modifiable keys will make your gameplay much more comfortable. Hold down Shift, view more detailed tooltip, Control to attack characters and doors, and Alt to highlight interactive objects and objects lying on the ground. Oh, that is nice. So Alt shows you all the stuff all around. So I like go look at the trash bin. There's nothing in it. Armored door, crates, notebook, TV, janitor gear. The game world is vast, divided into many separate locations, some of which may be temporarily inaccessible. Transitions between the locations usually look like doors sealing off a darkened area. Hatches are specially marked areas. If the way is free, click on them, and the character will open the portal and move through. Okay.
I'll complain to the Silvers about that idiot. They'll take the appropriate measures.
Janitor's gear.
What the hell do they break locks for?
Blank soap, piece of cloth. Sure. What's this guy doing? He's just smoking in an office. Oh, he's got his guns.
As you reach to open the sliding door, an engineer in a bright blue jacket stops you.
Hold on there, Chief. It's out of order. See?
Dude, this guy's like, he looks like if Heimerdinger was human. Space Wolves with the 25 months, save the 25 months.
Thanks. You're a newcomer, right? It's a straight-up open house here today.
Save the 25
He offers
months.
you his hand. According to his badge, this is Maxim Penkovsky, technician. The technician slaps the door with one hand.
You have to wait until I'm done. Some orange jammed up the lock with chewing gum just for a laugh. They're like animals, those oranges, marking their territory. If you ask me, they're too gracious about those bastards in Crystal Sands.
Ask him whether he can open the door. Another route to the boarding area.
Penkovsky grunts angrily.
I wish I could. I'm gonna have to disassemble, clean, and reassemble it to get it working. It's work I don't need, and all thanks to some idiot.
Maxime extracts a thin, sharp, precision probe from behind his ear and dangles it in front of you.
Though there's another way. You want to learn something about picking locks? It's a useful skill in all sorts of situations.
He looks at you expectantly.
I would like to learn about picking locks, my man.
The Blue's getting excited.
All right, looky here.
Penkovsky presses his pick lock, and an odd device resembling a hybrid of a screwdriver and a can opener into your hand.
Using a mechanical pick lock is easy peasy. No special skill required. They wear out after a few locks. While the old-fashioned kind is another thing entirely. Cheap, one use. But one has to know how to use it right. That's a tool for a master.
Maxime takes out another pick lock and crouches by the door. He gives you a quick lesson on how to pick a lock.
By the way, you can carry your tools in your belt. It's much handier to have them right there.
Penkovsky shows you his utility belt, where he keeps all kinds of tools and gadgets.
Actually, finding tools under the dome is no problem at all. There are even devices for hacking terminals and so on.
Maxime hoists up his belt. The Blue solemnly raises his index finger.
And one more thing. Always use brand name stuff if you can. Groovy produces good kits. Modus and Supercolor do too. They've all got fat contracts with Cronus, so they care about quality.
Alright, Groovy, Modus, and Super Color.
He looks at the door again.
Damn these locks. Though I'd rather be doing this than fixing hab pods. Those are a real pain in the ass.
What's wrong with head pods?
Penkovsky gives you a patronizing look.
Because they're poorly made. Warp from the heat, and the filters aren't worth a damn. The modules were constructed by marketing managers, not engineers. Building a city in the desert was also their idea. This project is all about PR. Cronus wants to show the world how tough they are.
Okay, old PR game. Throughout the game, you'll come across locked doors or containers. Fortunately, they can be unlocked. Use the right button on a locked door, select a desired ability from the list. Use special lockpicks, increase the chance of success. Those usually deplete rather quickly. In addition, you can break down a door with brute force, or if there's a terminal nearby, try to open the door with it.
I repeat, get a lockpick and attach it to your utility belt. And then, apply it to the door. Yes,
Welcome under the dome.
apply
An
is the
amazing
proper
excursion
All right,
to a
hold
world
on.
of new technology and the riddles of an ancient
Do I have a
civilization.
utility belt? No. I need a utility belt. Oh. Who's this guy?
A lean silver with thick black hair and a huge cigar clamped in his teeth is sitting in front of you.
Rex the Unstoppable, but the 31 months. Thank you, Rex. 31. So like, they were the 31 months. Rex.
As you approach, he flashes a sly grin and slowly raises an outstretched hand above the table. Something really weird happens. All the paper clips, pencils, scattered toothpicks, and bits of trash float up from the table and hang in the air. The silver badge reading Andre Mihai, Science Instructor, floats up as well.
When skeptically. I'm gonna approach as if nothing's occurring.
Here for the briefing, huh? Shall we get to it?
He takes the cigar out of his mouth and exhales a lush cloud of smoke.
Ready for my psionics briefing.
The silver props his elbows on the table.
Anyway, here's the deal. It's more profitable for people with a high psyche to study psionics. Give me your hand.
Not waiting for an answer, he grabs your hand with strong, dark fingers. Andre gropes your hand with an expression of fierce concentration.
So, do you practice? Bells, bulbs, brushing mugs off the table, huh?
The silver takes a thin glove covered in talc from his desk and passes it to you.
Look, a glove, right? But it isn't just a glove.
Looks like a glove.
This is an ooh mama, hold me tight glove. It takes energy from your noggin, your psyche, and pew, concentrates it.
Oh.
He counts off on his fingers.
Learn psionics. Put on the glove. Transform energy into the necessary shape. That's the whole briefing. Simple? Simple. Now to your questions, huh?
Show me a trick.
It doesn't take the psychic long to think of something. A small 2-com bond coin jumps up from the table and an invisible force folds it in half. The ruined coin drops into a glass already almost full of coins in the same state.
Tell me about psionics.
The silver takes a pull at his cigar and releases a self-important puff of smoke.
Psionics. It's a gift for all of us. The forefathers took off someplace. Poof, gone. Only the dome remains. And this. Psionics, huh?
He rocks back in his armchair, puffing on his cigar. The toothpicks again slowly rise up from the table. Mihai spreads his dark hands. Toothpicks hover around his head in a kind of halo.
That seems like a really small
say
cigar.
Everyone has an organic skill.
It's like a mini
called
cigar.
Psyche. You have it, I have it, everyone has it, uh-huh. Big psyche, you got talents. Small psyche, no talents. You'll need to carry a lighter all your life.
Alright. Let's see, so it gave me a psionic glove. Equip. Oh wait, I should probably put this as my main weapon. This is like a secondary weapon. Electric lockpick. Add to the belt. Oh wait, do I have a belt? Oh, this is my belt down here. Alright.
I repeat, get a lockpick and attach it. You're doing great.
Alright.
Listen to this information, useful for all wings, and receive a colorful leaflet.
We got here properties, turrets. It's like some medical stuff.
You see a tall scientist in a white lab coat, bathed in the dim lamplight. He almost appears to be hovering above the laboratory floor. The man turns at your footsteps. He's holding a paper clipboard and a pencil. His shimmering silver badge reads Sebastian Van Olden. He glances from you to the glittering
this guy's a
watch
nerd.
on his wrist.
I want us to respect one another's time. Please speak loudly, clearly, and to the point. You must be the newcomer I was told about. Nice to meet you.
Alright.
Finished with his unusual greeting, he offers you his thin hand.
Skip the greeting and ask him to train me as quickly as possible.
The amiability in Van Olden's eyes winks out like a light. He looks at you coldly, but calmly.
My instructions will take as long as I deem necessary. I lecture, you listen.
Oh god, he is
Am
a
I
nerd.
clear?
A nerd? He's a nerd. Alright.
The scientist puts the clipboard aside, raises his watch for a closer look, and sets the timer. He shows you his watch dial.
According to the rules of this briefing, I have to touch on a large number of topics. Therefore, I will do so very briefly. Do not interrupt me. When I'm finished, I'll answer your questions. Within regulations, of course.
Alright.
Sebastian produces his handheld and clicks some buttons.
I checked your scanner. It's working and is connected to the Minerva database. Everything you scan will earn you Kronos or Forefathers knowledge points.
The instructor watches you with displeasure.
Are you listening?
Yeah.
Scan everything that might be of scientific interest. First of all, anomalies. They could be dangerous. Make sure to always have medication with you.
Always bring your medication.
He
No
places
doubt.
a canvas pouch in your hand.
This pouch is full of bolts. You can temporarily discharge an anomaly by throwing a bolt into it. It's primitive, but reliable.
Van Olden pushes a button on his stopwatch.
So, my oral briefing fell within the allotted span of time. Any questions you want to ask me?
No questions. Nope.
The scientist glances at his watch again.
You're within the time limit for questions. The next step is training in the artificial ecozone.
Oh god, artificial eco
He
zones.
rests one finger on the button in preparation to start the timer.
You're going to go downstairs and scan relics. I will be monitoring your progress. Please note there are several radioactive anomalies in the ecozone. These are the same conditions you'll be working in the field. Radioactive zones and relics are quite common under the dome.
Okay.
He smoothly extracts a jar of yellow pills from his pocket.
Here's your Arad 3. And one more thing. Just a moment.
Welcome under the dome, an amazing excursion to a world
Where's
of
he
new
going?
technology and the riddles of an ancient civilization. Listen to this information, useful for all wings, and receive a colorful leaflet.
What the shit? Is this lady, like, lobotomized?
Welcome under the dome, an amazing excursion
She's
to a
definitely
world of new
lobotomized.
technology and the riddles of an ancient civilization.
Where'd he go?
Listen to
Like,
this
oh, I go in here? Alright.
Please stand by for
Various actions, such as eating food or
decontamination
taking medicines, may impose certain status effects. They can last for different times, positive or negative. Some attacks and abilities can also apply status effect. Bleeding or poisoning will reduce health. Oh. Neat. You have the scanning ability. Perform scanning, select the ability in the panel, and then click an object that you want to scan. For each successful scan, you receive knowledge points and data obtained in the process. Alright. Alright, so I gotta scan these things. Touch them and you'll be injured. The world of domes full of strange hazardous phenomena called anomalies. Most of them can injure, kill, or irradiate you. Bolt throwing ability. Alright, hold on. He said scan. Scanner. Scanning.
Journal entry. A successful scanning attempt. You're doing all right so far. Go ahead. I'll keep an eye on you.
Bolt throwing. Uh-oh, I'm getting +2 to my radiation. Stop! Uh-oh. Throw a bolt. Oh, God. Wait, I thought I'm throwing the bolt. Oh, God, I'm getting zapped. Ah, here we go. There we are. Hold on, can I scan again?
Don't touch the relics with your hands. Use your scanner. Radiation sickness will not add to your knowledge.
I don't know, it could. Hold on, did I do it?
Von Olden gestures back at the ecozone.
You haven't completed scanning every...
Oh, I scan everything. Alright. I got you. Let's see. Oh, I got scan back here. Alright. Alright. Let's go down. Shovel required. Scan. Scanning. 2 objects scanned. Let's see, bolt throwing. Yeah. Alright, throw a bolt here. Wait, did I not bolt? Is there a scan? Oh, this one. I gotta get that one. Alright, hold on. I think I'm getting pretty radiated. I missed this one. It was like blending it. Alright, here we go. Scan that.
Journal entry. All 3 objects have been successfully
Alright, neat.
scanned. Come upstairs, employee.
I did it.
Sebastian meets you on the platform.
Your finishing time is within the acceptable range.
Thanks.
He clicks the stopwatch button, fixing the result time.
Results.
The scientist turns back to his notes.
Not bad. One question. You observed several anomalies while scanning. Why do you think they appeared? I'd like to hear your opinion.
Anomalies can sense electronics, is what I believe.
The scientist assumes a superior expression.
I knew you'd come up with something like that. I see you understand nothing about the nature of anomalies. So let me add a couple of points.
Oh god, he's on to me. It's like school all over again.
He glances at the shimmering blue light in the eco zone.
The truth is, we don't know the precise reason for these phenomenon either. We actually know nothing, no matter how much we try to convince ourselves otherwise.
Sebastian
Man, all I
points
had
a
to say
thin
was I
finger
don't
at
know
the
anything,
cluster
and I would have
light.
been right.
I personally believe that the anomalies are the dome's security mechanism. The ones you saw are relatively harmless, but there are different anomalies in the desert, phenomenon that toy with the human mind.
Van Olden clasps his hands behind his back.
I know you don't care, but I'll say it anyway. Scientists today are required to be wonder workers who can heal cancer with a wave of their hand and solve the secrets of the universe during their coffee break. For some reason, no one wants to understand that fundamental science is always an investment in the future. It produces no answers here and now.
Alright, fair enough.
The White's gaze strays back to his clipboard.
If something terrible happens under the dome one day, and I'm sure it will, science will protect no one. That is all. Off you go.
Off I go. Let's see what we got. Flower pot, TV set, military grade med kit. Now we're talking. What else we got around here? Relics. Fire extinguisher. That's useful if there's fires. Hey there. Reagents. Nothing found. Container. What is this? Inactive spherical relic? I don't think I want that. Flower pot, relic storage. What's in the old relic storage? Nothing. Leaflet. That's too much. Trash bin. Alright. Alright. Let's go back out here. Oh yeah. Get rid of that radiation. Thank you, thank you.
An inhospitable wilderness, you'll say. And I fully agree with
Go to the training grounds. Janitor's gear.
you. In a year, you'll be lying by a swimming
Oh man, I can get a mop.
margarita right on this spot.
And I can get disinfectant. Honestly, I'll take that. I don't think I'm gonna need the mop. I think I'll be good. Whoops. Vending machine. Alright, training grounds.
Speak quickly.
Okay. I gotta talk to this guy.
A middle-aged black is sitting behind the counter with his hands in his lap. The buttons and zippers on his uniform are polished to a shine, and even his badge, Winston Botherby, instructor, has been buffed so much it hurts to look at it. Botherby frowns as you approach.
Your first act is being late for the briefing. Are you going to be late for your funeral as well?
Probably. Snap to attention. I want military training, please.
The black looks you over.
Yes, I see the weapon received checkmark. Looks like you are fully prepared to disappoint me. You are prepared, right, employee?
Sure aim.
Botherby leans over the counter and directs you to the doors.
Behind this door is a combat simulation computer. Launch it and begin your course.
He raises his index finger.
The conditions in the training zone closely simulate those one would experience in the field. Your goal is to avoid getting lost and dying of dehydration.
Oh God, don't let that happen.
And try to aim the barrel away from yourself when shooting.
Pulling a notepad from his pocket, the instructor
dehydration.
jots down your name.
Your goal is to hit 3 targets. I'm going to monitor you and advise as necessary. And try not to burst into tears.
Shout, sir, yes, sir, and leave. Sir, yes, sir. Interact with various computers. Terminals contain useful information. Light to turn on, disable mechanisms, open locked doors. If you actually or intentionally kill one of the main characters, the information how to progress for the game cells found in the terminal. Preparing for combat. I'm good. Enter Alpha. Proceed. Turn-based combat. Action points. Alright, neat. Where am I going here? Let's go, let's see, AP7. Looks like I've got ape. So let's go here. And fire. Nice. Oh! Critical damage! Uh-oh. It's almost every battle you're surrounded by interactive objects, traps, pools, blah, blah, blah. Also can give you advantage. Alright, so that barrel's definitely exploding. Shoot this guy. Flap. Okay, he's dead. Let's, Thunder Electric Mine. I'm gonna go back here. Discovered a mine. Can I hit this guy? Not enough action points. Oh. Can I get up here? No. Okay. Pew. What? Uh-oh. Bang! Bang! Got him. Can't climb. Maybe I just run over here? I don't know if he can hit me over here. I'm just gonna run up. Chemical mine. Oh god, you can't if he just walks. Wait, can I hit this mine? An electroshock weapon that activates if someone steps on it. Oh. Wait, what is this? Oh. Not in the firing line. Well, I'm gonna move back around here. Oh, he stepped on it. What an idiot. Alright. Alright, never mind. I'm gonna pop back out now. Wait. There we go. Neat.
Thrilling news. You aren't completely hopeless.
Hey, thanks. Do I get my stuff? Dialogue with weapon draw. Make sure you don't have weapon draw when you start talking to somebody. Oh. How do I put it away? Hold on. Oh god, how do I put my weapon away? I wasn't paying attention. Unload weapon, drop over you, strip, reload, upgrade. I'll just unequip it and re-equip it. Alright, there we go.
Botherby nods grandly.
You made it through training without making
How's the game looking so far? I think it's pretty fun. If you like single-player RPGs, this is like a fantastic game. Plus, it's pretty cheap compared to a lot of games too. Alright, so I got that. Wait, what? Biggest dream? Okay. Holographic table. This is gonna teach me. Look to the east. Look to the west. Look to the south. North. Central. Alright.
Technology and the riddles of an ancient civilization. Listen to
What's in here? Is this where I was earlier? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Let's see. I think I did all that. So now can I leave? Don't touch that door. Don't tell me what to do.
Good day.
I can't let you through. You're from Blue Wing. A lot of what plenty to do. Repairing the AC car. Or every test. Silver. Submit request. That's their job.
Have a good one.
Let's see. Oh, I think I gotta go downstairs. Let's see. How do I get downstairs? I'm gonna zoom out. Oh, this way. I didn't go this way. Oh, yeah, here we go. Craft something. Oh, I didn't go in here. Craft something. Assault rifle cartridge. Oh, so you like craft weapons? Melee weapons. I see, this is where you craft stuff. I imagine you learn more and more as you go on. What else is in here? Oh my god. That's a lot of stuff. Janitor's gear. We got here.
Hey, you're at it again, asshole.
Okay, you got me, Butch.
Oh.
Old habits. You know that.
Shall we continue?
Clearly you've interrupted some kind of a game. 3 oranges freeze, their arms outstretched, staring at you perplexedly. What are you playing, boys? We work hard and we rest just as hard. We got a break, so we're making small talk. You need something? Can I play? You know, there's something about you I don't like. You better get out of here. Okay. Time for work, right, guys? He says to his colleagues. They share a look, leaving. Well, I can't wait to play next time. Oh, jeez.
Hello.
Hello. Nelson Cunningham, burial manager. Feeling good, huh? It's professional interest. What are you doing? Prepare the gash for the cremation. Waiting for the next meat wagon. I'm here to kind of watch everything goes right. Puffing out smoke and sticking his chest out proudly. Boxes? What a thing to say. Boxes? These are coffins. This is a literal, like, Chicago meatball guy. He approaches one of the containers. These are the best coffins I ever seen. Here, a window. Look, the dead. Want to open or close it? Could do. Here's a latch to stop the lid from falling. All right, technology. Swings open a coffin lid. Fortunately, this one's empty. Soft, comfortable. It's soundproof. Can sleep in it all right. You want to try it? Ask him to lie down in there. Blue spreads his hands. Shoot yourself. I personally do like lying in one of those sometimes. He lies down inside the coffin, rolls back and forth a few times, gets comfortable on the velvet cushioning. So good. I hide from the boss here sometimes. Close the lid, go to sleep. As if to confirm his words, Nelson shuts the lid. Lock the latches on the lid. Nah, I ain't locking them in. Couple minutes later, lid pops open, powerful blow. Blue rises from the coffin, roaring, his arms outstretched. He climbs out of the box. Like a zombie, alright, yeah. Alright.
See you again soon.
Good talking to you.
Hey, you. Yeah, you, dumbass.
Okay, hey. Nuetson with the 29 months. Wayo. What the Swag. David, 29 months. Before you see a large hairy orange with a funny round little glasses. He has a pack of fish snacks in his hand. Dude, I love fish snacks. And he dips his fingers in it, carefully fishing small pieces out. Daryl Gilmore loader, says the badge on his chest.
Greetings.
He resells his glasses on his nose and looks quickly around. Then he puts an arm around your shoulders, pulls you in. Long story short, kitten, I have one offer, a business offer. You smell what I'm cooking? No. Okay, here's the thing. You see the hall behind my back? I've just returned from there, from shipping. I've been moving some crates. They weren't sealed for transit yet. So I checked a few of them out, and looky, there's relics inside. I thought they were rubbish at first, but no, these are solid relics, category 2. Hold on. Scoops a handful of orange-dyed crumbled something out of his backpack, puts it in his mouth. Chews and swallows, then goes on. Anyway, I can't get to those crates. There are guards in there now, but you look like the sort who easily blends in. Would you sneak in like a ninja, grab something's lying about, and don't forget about me, of course. Crumples his pack and rummages for more snacks. Fresh out of biscuits, sons of bitches. Means things you remembers to go quietly. Don't get caught on camera, don't let the guards see you. Alright.
I hope to see you again soon.
H is stealth key. Okay. Let's see, is it in here? Oh wait, no. Crates. Oh god, where'd he come from? Is it over here? Oh, is it here? These crates? I can like get some of this. Is this what you're looking for? Got some of this. Uh-oh. Relic cases. Uh-oh. That's all we did. He just wanted some food or something? We good?
And I was starting to get bored.
Terrorist says contents pack, tear himself away. Well, what's the news front? Alright, I don't think that was the place. What do you mean? I got a whole bunch of stuff. I got canned beans, canned ham, beef noodle. I got a whole bunch. Alright, well. What's out here? Uh-oh. I pull out my weapon. How do I put it back? Reload.
Why are you bugging me?
Oh. Where are you going? Gate 1's restricted area. Come on, get out of here. Oh. Alrighty. What if I go? Hold on, let's go back. Come just hold on. How do I put the weapon away? I'm just gonna unequip, equip. That doesn't. Let's see, terminals.
Ladies and gentlemen.
That lady doing crazy stuff. If we go down here. So yeah, this is the way I think you get out. This is, oh, we go in here. I didn't even see this door before. Maybe it was locked and I needed to do other stuff. Oh. Oh, is this where I'm supposed to stealth? I think it is.
Attention! Attention! Signs of illegal activity.
Nope. I don't see any signs.
I'm gonna call security now. You goddamn ninja.
No need for that.
I can see you, you know.
I'm gonna call security now.
What? Everywhere I go, they got security. What the shit? About here. Okay, now we're good. Wait, is this like...
Can you spare a cig? I'll have a puff past the time until the storm ends and then go. It's my last one. You're heartless, Ulf.
Dude, I could use the moon car?
Well, I'm telling you again.
Alright, we good, we good. Okay. But if I can just squeeze between there? Yeah. That's a big ass insect. Look at that thing. Alright. Let's go here. Wait, blocked. Oh. Oh. Metal lockers. Hold on. Go over here. Dun, 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 dun. What do we got in here? A reagent box. Spare parts. What do we got in here? Empty air gun stuff. About in here? Glue! About in here? Nothing. Whoops. Okay, okay. Back to stealth. Out we go. Some boxes over here too. Come on. What we got in here? Weapon parts. Alright. How about in here? Nothing. How about in here? Tractor truck. Hog. Can I get in the tractor truck? Young woman sitting in the driver's seat.
Glad to meet you.
I'm Clara Morgan. You're a novice going to Nashville. What's your name? How do you feel? Do you mind if I smoke in the car? What do you know about Nashville? Miracle of the Lord. Rare relics been coming out of Nashville recently. It's like a modern El Dorado. You know what El Dorado is, don't you? El Dorado is... Clara keeps rambling. You ready to start the mission? Climb in. You climb into the cabin, plunk yourself down in the passenger seat. The truck seems bigger on the inside. Wooden rosary hanging from the driver's mirror. Radio murmurs quietly. Are we going then? We should probably go now. Roads are bad. Very little asphalt, dirt tracks, mostly God willing. Well, they're get there before the storm hits. Mind if I turn the radio up? Do you like music, blue gospels? For instance, like... Whoa! Dude, we're out! That could be your mom's accent. We're out. We're free.
The highway leading to C-12 Nashville is blocked by an anomalous storm, and you're forced to detour over a mountain pass. Soon, the radiator boils over, and you have to stop. Clara lifts up the hood and thoroughly examines the steaming radiator.
The engine's boiling, so we'll have to wait. You do know what happens when a car boils, right? It's...
The Blue shuts her mouth abruptly and stares anxiously at the dark funnel
Cat
cloud
fell asleep in the middle of the
dancing
floor.
on the horizon. Now that you're on higher ground, it's clear that the storm is overtaking a fairly large section of road. It will be difficult to pass. The Blue looks at the engine again.
We wait. As soon as it cools down, we'll go. This storm worries me more, but it's not an insurmountable problem. I heard there are some relics at the local gas station that protect against anomalies. You could even accidentally step on one out here, they say. Mysterious are the ways of the Lord.
Sure is. What about storms like this one?
The Blue looks at the storm once more.
There have been more and more of these lately, and they're getting stronger. I personally think it's divine judgment for how we've squandered the riches under the dome.
She sighs and squirms.
I knew people who got caught in one of those storms. They blow up so fast, there's no chance to get away. God rest their souls.
The Blue makes the sign of the cross.
Whoa, he's awake. What's interesting about this gas station?
Morgan thinks for a moment.
It's a combination cafe gas station called Roadside Picnic. Never been there myself, but there's something off about it. There are several anomalies around there and weird relics. Supposedly, machines and structures decay much faster than they should in that area.
Huh.
But maybe that's just a story.
What about relics?
Your companion perks up a bit. She seems to be interested in this subject.
This place is registered as a resource anomaly zone. Do you know what that is?
No.
It's when the relics mined there have been studied and deemed useful.
Oh. Not much known about relics the damn anomaly fields, even strong ones. They're also in other parts of the dome. They're known as bronze apples or aluminum apples. Don't remember something like that. Alright. I'll go find out. It's a reference to a book of the same name. It was the basis for the Stalker series. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Oh, here it is. This place could be crazy. Let's walk around the outside just to make sure. Ooh, let's check the trash. Trap discovered. Uh-oh. Huh. Scavenger trap. Alright, so there's traps in all these. And a fuel barrel. Alright, I'm just walking around. Alright. Okay. Hello?
Who the hell goes there? Come on in, since you're already here.
Okay. Weird, scruffy old man with a matted beard. Badge on his blue jumpsuit is long since bleached away. Name Aaron Melville. It's written there in black marker. The Grony picks up magnifying glass, peering through it, begins poking at the keyboard with one knobby finger. Computer plays a short tune. Checkmate, system declares. The old man angrily sets the magnifying glass aside. Grandmaster, you're a piece of junk, not a grandmaster, and a cheater to boot. He raises his head to squint your direction. What do you want? I don't advise eating here. There's nothing to buy, and either way, we're closed. Rises from his seat and notices he's sporting a peg where his left leg should be. Ask why people are sitting in the cafe when it's supposedly closed. How should I know? They came in and sat down. Ask them yourself. Hey, fair enough. Alright, I'll ask him. Hey there.
Glad to meet you.
Hey. As you approach the table, you catch the end of a strange dialogue. A gray, long-haired man in a silver jacket is making weird gestures as you can confidently explain something to the young girl sitting next to him. Only logical and undoubtedly correct answer is this. The dome vibrates out of sync with the universe, hence all the anomalies. Seeing you, he raises two fingers in a peace sign. The man radiates calm and goodwill. Peace be upon you. My name is Rabindranath Krishnaswamy, and this is my sister, Swallow. With her outsized pupils, Sister Swallow's eyes remind you of twin forefather anomalies. She stretches herself out on top of the table as if hoping to melt into it. Hello, oh, my fingers are warm. Lines, waves. I think they're both high as shit. They're both super high. Ravendrad looks from her to you and giggles like a child. I'm sorry, when I feel good, I like to share with my neighbor. Ignore it, please. Perception. Alright, look more closely at the twosome. Swallow rubs her cheeks against the table surfaces. Absolute peace written all over her face. Ravendrad sways slightly on the couch and weaves an invisible pattern in the air with his fingers. These two have taken enough drugs to knock out an entire Black Wing squadron. Haven't guessed what you're thinking. Silver gives you a tricksy smile. Tricksy hobbitses? Well, consciousness doesn't widen itself. You have to help it along. It's very good for deep spiritual discussions, you know. Hint that you wouldn't mind a little consciousness widening yourself. The girl reaches into her pocket but catches the man's stern look and stops. Sorry, our supplies are running low. We can barely get enough for the two of us. This stuff's not cheap. I hope you're not offended. Sure, no offense taken. Ravendrath presses his hands together and namaste and lowers his head. Damn, if I had more influence, I probably could have talked him into giving me the drugs. Girl nods. Krishnaswamy slaps himself on the forehead. What a crazy pants I am. I forgot that I brought Jutha Jones with me. Have you heard about him? I'll read you some of my favorite quotes aloud. Join our book club if you wish. Club, he chuckles again.
Why should we depend on rational knowledge? Reason leads us up a blind alley over and over again. There are only two true paths to knowledge. Mystical epiphanies and my books.
Right. What has reason ever given us anyway?
As you
That's
well
what I've
know,
been saying. Who needs
2
reason?
= 4. The earth goes around the sun, and you should wash your hands before you eat.
That is true. And that means everything else in this book is also true.
Exactly.
Cyborgization of the soul with assistance from machine elves from another dimension is our only chance to reach exo-nirvana.
Wow.
These so-called mentally healthy people can't count on ascension even with help from the forefathers' UFOs powered by the energy of the lower chakras.
I pity them.
The visible world is a hologram built by a trans-dimensional supercomputer.
This guy's got it.
By the race of quasi-demiurges to restrict humanity's potential.
I've always suspected something like this.
The sacred energy virus of the forefathers recombines the human genome, implanting the Omega chromosome to transform people into techno-spiritual beings.
Cool.
The difference between the
Cool.
mental abilities of a forefather and a human is the same as between a human and a dead hedgehog.
Poor hedgehog.
Pseudo-crystalline demonoids transmit the perverse idea of biophilia into the human subconscious.
Dude, if I heard this guy talking, I would definitely slowly back away.
It all fits together.
The soul is nothing more than an information field, a psychokinetic mechanism that presents as a torus vibrating at superlight frequency.
Holy cow.
Karmic imminence results.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna walk over here now. Okay.
I understand so much.
Yep, I'm gonna walk over here now. Hello. Why are you unfriendly? You want to write a complaint? Go ahead, cat. When he realizes you're not going to complain, Shirley expression slowly leaves his face. The angry look turns to a sad one. Yeah, well, I do have some problems. Orange picks on me, escapees by the looks of it. They demand food, money, gas. I've got a turret at the entrance, but doesn't do shit. I stain and screwed something up, circuitry in the basement. Gotta take a look when I get a chance, but with my leg acting up, those rickety stairs ain't my cup of tea. My truck broke down. Then go fix it. Alright. Can I get into the basement?
The strangeness.
You mentioned the basement. I'm gonna head into the bathroom here. Close the door. What we got in here? This is a door outside. Veranda with the 54 months. They were the 54 months. Veranda. Homie is in orbit. Jeez. Sweet. They were the 54 months. Open the bathrooms up. What we got here? Sound of running water. Oh! We got empty beer bottles in here. Could be useful. Alright. What if I go back here? Is he gonna get mad? Open with Melville's key. Supply barrel. Alright, take food. Pile of paper. I don't want paper. Fridge. Ooh, eggs. Sink. Oh, hatch to basement. Let's go. Rats in the pipe. Use pipe. Thin pipe behind the vent grid is producing strange sounds. Knock on the pipe. Oh, knock on it. Knock. When you knock for the third time, something warm, fuzzy slinks from the pipe and immediately vanishes in the darkness. Uh-oh. Rat nest. Ah. Alright. I got rat parts. Interesting. Can I go through the pipe now? Nope. There's more rats. Ah, jeez. I gotta get out of here. There's too many rats. Ah, jeez, they're moving up. Alright, I don't want to hurt you. I just want to get out of here. Alright, I'm getting out. Yeah, really any good RPG, you gotta fight some rats. Yeah, fixed your thing. I repaired it. Didn't think you'd be any good. Is he gonna give me anything? Protect the truck from anomalies. Go out there, walk over to the gas station, go down to the basement. There's an anomaly, a tree. It's glowing. There's some golden thingies hanging off it. We make special devices from that fruit called anomaly protector. Should be one laying around on the floor. Go grab it, put it in the truck, and bug off to wherever you're going. Only take the device. You hear it's company property. I should be charging you myself, as a matter of fact. Neat. Alright, well, this is probably a good place to stop. I'm gonna save. Create new save. Swag. So if you want to check this game out, exclamation point encased in the chat. You can go there and see all the stuff for yourself. Honestly, it's a pretty solid game. If you like single player RPG type games, it's pretty solid. I mean, even if you look at the Steam reviews, it's got very positive, mostly positive. So I mean, other people like it as well. I would say it's pretty neat. So check it out. Use that link in the chat if you want. Thank you again to Encased for sponsoring the stream. And Dark Crystal Games. Also, I'm gonna go not stare at a computer monitor because I've had eye strain.
Thanks.
So I need to rest my eyes because, yeah. I don't know. It's getting better. It's just, I still think League messed up my eyes, dude, and now I gotta not play that game. Matt of Smith, 66 months. There was 66 months. Matt of Smith. Sweet. Thank you for the 66 months. Matt of Smith. Also, if you like post-apocalyptic things or any sci-fi stuff, probably another good pickup too, because it seems very much in that category. In fact, it is, because it's what it describes itself as. And from me playing it. So thank you very much for watching. If you're new here, click the follow button, follow along, be alerted when I go live. Check out all links below the stream. I got a little Encased banner. You can click down there if you want to check it out from there. Discord, Patreon, Amazon, Jinx, subscribe tips, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all down below. Check it all out. Thanks to everybody who subscribed, resubscribed, drop bits, drop tips, gifted subs. Or just thanks for watching the stream. So thank you very much, and I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we have Blood Bowl. Blood Bowl at around 11 EST, 10 Central. As long as I show up on time. So probably a little after that. Okay. Okay. See ya.